Update on the ick, fighting some brown algae right now, going through that new cycle syndrome, right, where we're still not mature, but we're getting through it. A couple things that we're going to be going through today is going and getting some more food, getting some water so we can do a water change, getting up some cleanup crew, try to amplify it, make sure that we are fighting it, combating it with making sure our
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
uh, making sure our numbers are where they're supposed to be, our parameters, but then also making sure that we put some snails in there that can help us out a little bit as well. Outside of that, the fish are doing good. We're gonna go check in one of the best or the best shop in Cleveland Aquatic Gems. I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, we just got done at Cleveland Aquatics Gems. Got some cat snails, got some food, garlic food, and some I can't remember the other one, but it has like a little bit of greens for that we're gonna combine with the other food just to make sure. And the original food has garlic and mysis shrimp. So gonna get home, got my kids in the back. We're gonna make sure that we get this water change done, clean up the glass, continue fighting the algae fight, make sure the fish are healthy from ick, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I'll see you guys when we get back to the house. What's going on? We are back in the house. We got the water, we got the snails. They are acclimating right now, at least they're bottle acclimating. Got the food, get the food all set up in a little bit. But right now what I want to do is I want to make sure I get this water changed. I'm going to do about 10% from the 45. This will make sure that we have a good amount of nutrients that get replaced. Get some fresh water in there. Want to make sure that that RODI, that our salinity is right where it needs to be at, and we'll go ahead and test that water right after. But outside of that, going to go ahead and start changing this water, make sure the fish are doing good, keep them in a nice healthy environment. I don't have that many corals. I'm new to the coral game, but as you can see, they're starting to grow. They're a little upset right now, but definitely want to make sure that we keep them in a good environment as well. That way that they're starting to prosper and grow. Anemone is on the back side. Maybe if you want to take them to this right side. That one detached, it was actually in the back and it actually went to the side, so it actually is a better angle, to be honest with you, for us to be able to see and make sure. And then also for feeding purposes, it makes it easier for us. But outside of that, I'm going to try to do this water change, going to try to do it as fast as possible. But if you like this stuff, make sure you let me know in the comments that, hey, this is pretty helpful. Rookie mistake that I always did was I never turned off the heater, or I never turned off the flow. I make sure now I turn off every single piece of flow and the heater. I also turn off the RODI, so that way when I'm dumping water, it's not auto detecting and adding in water that I don't want. So gonna go ahead and get started. Gonna get my handy dandy little siphon pump. I'm not gonna do the sand. I already did the sand. I only do the sand every other week. So right now I'm just doing it once. All right, we are back. Footage got a little corrupted in the end just because my memory got full, but got some stuff deleted. We got the water out, 10 gallons. Not that it's at this part, it makes it a little bit easier for me to reach in and clean up. Um, so all I'm going to do is just take my scraper, the one that I usually clean my glass with, but I'm going to use this back end edge. There's extended ones, and I'm going to eventually get me one. But for right now, I just use this hand scraper, and I just kind of clean it out and then empty it out. So I'm going to get started. Um, Really important that I also do this when the water is lowered so that I'm not making a humongous mess when it is at full, when it is full. So I just like to try to make it as easy as possible. I also don't want to touch any of the corals, but as you can tell, there is a lot of gunk on the glass. The whole goal for the adding the snails that we have, well, obviously our parameters, keeping them in check, making sure that everything is good. Um, it's just literally us trying to get through the maturity state. That's all it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's nothing complicated. Everybody has to deal with it, and once your tank is a lot more mature, you don't really have to deal with this as often. Um, but that being said, we're just going through that maturity, dealing with what comes with the territory, and one of the few things that you deal with getting into this hobby. But I'm just going through cleaning the glass. I can kind of see some of the browning. I'm not trying to go uber crazy, but I definitely do want to make sure I take off as much as I can where it's visible. Um, Hopefully, adding in these like I said, also the last time I did this, I've done this twice already, and every single time I've done this, it's gotten better and it's came back less. So my whole goal behind this is, if I keep doing it, one, I'll take it away and it makes the glass look good, so I can keep an eye on the fish. But then also, um, my whole goal is to make sure that I make it easier for the snails to eat and have something to munch on. So front glass is done. Some people like to use rubber bands on their gloves. I don't want to mess with none of my circulation and lose my hands, so we're not going to go ahead and do that for myself. A little water ain't never hurt anybody, if I'm being honest with you. The sides are not as bad as the front, if I'm being honest with you as well. Like, I don't, you guys can't really see it, but I'm telling you this right now. I'm the one who's cleaning it, and I can see down here there is not a lot. There is some. I'm not saying there isn't, and there is some big parts that I have to kind of clean up, but it's not as bad as the front. The side also, it has some stuff from last time because I wasn't able to just because of how like the rockscape is. Some of these angles I can't really get into, and I'm not about to disrupt the fish and get them all. I'm not gonna get them all stressed out as much as they already are, just because I want the glass looking clean. Like I want you guys to understand. Some stuff are important, but brown algae you can fight without really cleaning your glass. So just trying to make it to where I get this over with. Not get this, but I'm trying to clean it up without causing any stress to anybody. That's all it is. Trying to see if there's anything else. I think we're good on this side. Got a little bit right here. My wave maker's in the way, so I'm not gonna be able to hit it pretty good, but we'll get as much as we can. And now we hit the other side. This side looks like it has more than the other side, which is fine. My water looks like crap right now, but it's okay. Once I turn the filters on, I just cleaned one of my filter sockets. I got to change the filters themselves, but I just changed one of the filter sockets, and that should clean up a lot of this stuff that's going to get filtered in. That should help me out with some of that stuff too. I actually forgot to tell you guys, but um, one of our, you guys might remember from an older video, but our red knob starfish, we had that in the tank. It was doing good. I got scared and thought that it was dying, so I took it to Greg. He was like, "Yeah, let's hold it here so I can see what's going on." and an urchin ended up munching on it over there. So Greg did me the favor to get me a sand sifting star, which is a lot better. So that's one of the updates with the tank, is that on this left side right here, babe, if you can capture, I have the sifting star right in front of me, and it is healthy. It's doing its thing. It is doing exactly what I need from it. The bad part, and one of the updates that I have to tell you guys is that my diamond goby is dead. Now, if you have been following the channel and been, kind of understanding what's been happening, I have a lid on order. It is back ordered, and we are working on getting it. I am now going to take it upon myself to go grab a do-it-yourself lid. And the reason why I say that is because not only have I lost my hawk nose, what is it, a long nose hawkfish, but I've also lost the diamond goby now, and that was, outside of, not only just being my investment right into my hobby, but it's an unfortunate death for a creature that in the ocean would never have to deal with that. It's the regular life cycle, but because we decided to do this and not be diligent about what we're doing, it had to lose its life. So definitely sucks, and I don't feel the greatest about it. But we're gonna go get some stuff, some mesh. I have some netting right here that my wife bought, so that we can get him set up, so we don't lose any more fish. I think what ended up happening was in the night, or in the morning, should I say, when I wake up, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. I go to work, I'm getting ready, and I don't know if I turned on the light and they got nervous or what happened, but yeah, it ended up jumping out. It didn't jump out when I was home, but my wife woke up, and my son noticed it and called it out to us. So I'm definitely super upset because my diamond goby had so much personality, and it sucks that it had to go out like that. And I just feel really shitty as a person, not doing my due diligence to set them up in an environment, and hoping that, oh, a diamond goby it won't do the same thing as a long nosed hawkfish, and knowing damn well that it has, because it's not an aggressor, anything can fight in it and it can jump out. So just unfortunate, and I feel really crappy about it. So we're gonna make sure we get something on there. I'll try to get it in this video. If not, you guys will get for sure have the update in the next one. But we do have a lid on order. It's just back ordered for like a month and a half. Outside of that, I got everything scraped off. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the water in. All this stuff is gonna be in fast forward, so I won't be talking through it. And then once I get everything added back in, then we'll continue the video. All the filter media is replaced. The glass is clean. We are going to turn everything back on. I might mess with the rockscape in a little bit just to kind of see if I can make it a little bit better. I want to make it to where, I don't know, I might not just mess with it. I don't want to do anything where I'm hurting the animals or anything. But I'm going to turn everything back on. That way you guys can see how this works. Take off the gloves. So I shouldn't be having to go back in there. Hands are wet. Scared a little bit of water. This is not the hobby for you. Know what I'm saying? All right. Here. Feel like I'm missing one. Babe, where is your phone so I can get the light? Got you. I don't know. I just got to see where that last one's at. There it is. Damn. We are on and popping. My temperature is set. So this is it. As you can see right now, all that gunk is going to go through. My filter media should be able to capture it. Right now, we're going to go ahead and acclimate our friends. So I'm going to grab a little bit of water. Not that much. I want to already have some in there. Grab this so I can hold it on there. These are the snails, our little friends. We got 7 of these bad boys. This whole time we've been changing the water. They've been acclimating to the temperature. I'm going to get them in this water combined with their water so that it's not a shock as to what's happening. Get them in there. It looks like there was a hollow one, so I'm going to have to tell Greg about that potentially. We'll see. But then I'm going to get the drip hose, get that set up. And then once we're ready, we'll go ahead and record again. But for right now, just setting up the drip hose, nothing fancy. $9 in Amazon. Greg has these over at Cleveland Aquatic Gems for, I think, starting at $5, going all the way through like 20 when the fancy ones or something like that. Fine, super. You know, I just needed something quick, so I went ahead and grabbed this one. Get that water going, and then let it go. Shout out to the person who told me to get a clip hanger. Bam! Because now all I do is I connect this into the tub or into this, and I let it go. Right now it is drip acclimating. I put it at halfway speed so that the water's not coming down too fast. But definitely want to make sure we're in a good position. We will come back in a little bit once we're adding them in. And then I'll look to see if I'm going to mess with the rocks. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed it. And then going into a new environment, and this is what happened. So, you know, I just want to try to protect them as much as possible. Later on today, we're going to go to Home Depot, get some stuff so that we can do it a do-it-yourself. But this is it for this video, man. I just want to say appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everything. The tank is looking good. I got it all cleaned up. I'm going to drop some food. So it's brine shrimp and a little bit of seaweed. We got some mysis shrimp, and we have the new one, the mysis with garlic in there as well. I'm gonna give them a little bit just so you guys can kind of see. But hopefully they like this stuff, and it's just kind of like a little treat. Earlier they did eat, so I don't want to go too crazy with it, and I don't want to overfeed because overfeeding causes what? Algae. So I don't want to cause too much of what we're really kind of dealing with. But get some of that in there so that they can eat. As you can tell, one thing you want to see and one thing you want to happen when you are, I forgot to turn on feeder mode for my, watch out real quick, babe. Turn on feeder mode on the wave maker, but the feeder mode is going to allow the fish to eat for 10 minutes. It turns everything off. Or not everything off. It turns off the wave maker so that the only circulation that's going in is from the return pumps. Outside of that, you know, it allows them to eat. But like I was saying, for ick, you want to see that the affected animals are actually eating, and every single one of my fish are eating. So we have the 2 Darwins, we have the purple, the yellow, the angel, flame angel, should I say. We have the grandma. Everybody's munching. Everybody's doing good. So just like that, the tank is looking good. The anemone looks kind of pissed off in the backside over here. So I got to see what we can do about that. But besides that, everything is looking real healthy, real good. And we're just going to ride out. Hopefully next video I can get you guys, or I can show you guys the actual do-it-yourself top that we're going to add. And then once we get that top, I have no issue getting back a long-nosed hawkfish and getting a another diamond goby added into the tag. But first, I want to make sure we control the ick and we protect the animals that are going in there. Outside of that, you guys have a great day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. From my family to yours, much love.